If you're an ardent gamer, you've probably come across Epic Games Fortnite. The Battle Royale sensation is one of the world's most popular video games today, with 350 million players worldwide and an estimated 3.3 billion hours played each month. The game encourages an online community and has players from all over the globe, including celebrities like Drake, Travis Scott, and Ninja. Since its release in 2017, Fortnite has become a worldwide phenomenon and is estimated to be worth shy of $30 billion. The popularity of video games has increased dramatically over the past few decades and has become a lucrative business, but where exactly did Epic Games come from and how were they able to rocket past the current industry leaders such as Activision and Sony? Well, behind every successful company is usually a person who dared to dream and wasn't afraid to take the necessary risks to achieve success. In today's video, we're going to talk about the person who made Fortnite a world's gaming sensation, becoming a billionaire in the process, Tim Sweeney, the CEO and founder of Epic Games. Early life. Tim Sweeney was born in December of 1970 in Potomac, Maryland. His father worked as a cartographer working for the Defense Mapping Agency, and his mother took care of him and his two sibling brothers. From an early age, Sweeney was curious to know how stuff works. He would dismantle radios, TVs, and lawnmowers to see how they worked. When arcade games began to become popular, he became interested in how they worked and knew programming them would be similar to a machinist working on an assembly line. Ironically, Sweeney wasn't actually into video games outside of one game titled Adventure. He said he'd rarely played many video games in his life and not nearly enough to finish any of them. When Sweeney's older brother moved to California, he spent a week with him at his new company and got interested in programming. Previously, he had been developing code on Commodore 64 and found it interesting because the IBM personal computer has easy-to-use commands. After getting an Apple II computer, Sweeney learned how to program and spent his best efforts trying to make Adventure 2. From 10,000 hours of self-study by the age of 16, Sweeney had become a proficient programmer and created several games but never shared them with others. As a teenager, Sweeney learned entrepreneurial concepts from his brother that led him to start making his own money. He started by offering lawn mowing services to his well-off neighbors at half the price of what was being charged by professional lawn mowing companies. This paid off tremendously for Sweeney as it helped him raise $4,000 to start his company, Potomac Computer Systems. Sweeney eventually attended college at the University of Maryland to study mechanical engineering. However, he soon quit to pursue a career in developing games, which began the creation of his soon-to-be successful company. The birth of Epic Games. After his sophomore year in college, Sweeney developed ZZT, a low-key adventure game that was released as shareware in 1991. He then dropped out of school and moved back to his parents' place to start Epic Games. However, Epic Games did not start as a game-oriented company as we know today. Sweeney's father gave him an IBM personal computer, and together with the $4,000 he had saved, he started a consulting business called Potomac Computer Systems out of his parents' garage to offer computer advice to customers. Unfortunately, that idea did not bear fruit and the company was shelved soon after. After developing ZZT, Sweeney found a way to revive Potomac Computer Systems, this time not as a consultant but as a gaming company. For a while, when customers wanted to purchase a copy of the game ZZT, they sent checks to Tim Sweeney's parents' house and waited for a disc copy of the game in the mail. Sweeney was able to sell several thousand copies of ZZT while he lived with his parents. He then changed the name of the company to Epic Mega Games to make the company look bigger than it actually was. Sweeney was able to move out his parents' house in 1999 and remove the word Mega for the name of his company right before moving to Cary, North Carolina. At first, Sweeney did not do anything except programming, but soon after, released their first video game called Unreal. In this game, you could play on different computers using 3D graphics. The name of the 3D graphics technology in the game was called Unreal Engine and became the foundation for Epic's future business. While Epic produced some games like Firefight and Unreal, they allowed other game makers to use their technology. This became the Unreal Engine, and it has become an important part of their business. How money was initially made. Between the years of 2012 and 2017, Epic mainly got money from the Unreal Engine's licensing fees. Today, the Unreal Engine is also used by animation companies like Disney to create scenes for their show The Mandalorian. By 2017, Tim Sweeney was already rich and had a very successful multi-million-dollar company. In fact, after the success of the popular Xbox video game Gears of War, Sweeney indulged in a little by buying flashy sports cars, specifically a Ferrari and a Lamborghini. According to him, people who didn't know him or what he did thought he was dealing drugs. However, what happened in 2017 changed his net worth and Epic Games to unprecedented proportions. The Fortnite takeover. Epic revealed Fortnite in 2011 with the game's details announced to the public as a survival-style open world. It was destined to be smaller than the blockbuster Gears of War series, and 6 years later, Epic began offering Fortnite for early access after having been in development since 2010. Fortnite was a runaway success mere months after its release, and within just a few days, it amassed over 350 million players across 7 different platforms. One way Epic Games has dealt with the high cost of making games is by implementing monetization through in-game purchases, otherwise known as microtransactions. Despite being a free-to-play game, Fortnite has managed to generate more than enough revenue from in-game purchases alone. These in-game purchases included character costumes called skins and seasonal battle passes that cost the player around $10 each. With Fortnite having over 350 million players, the company has made over $4 billion from microtransactions since it was launched in September of 2017. The tremendous success of Fortnite changed Sweeney's and Epic Games' fortunes overnight. Today, his personal fortune is estimated at $7.4 billion, while the company he started from his parents' garage has a valuation of over $29 billion. Although Sweeney takes credit for the success of Fortnite, he would never say that it is his creation. He credits it largely to the game's developers on his team, and even went as far as saying he didn't create what has become one of the last year's most addictive games. All his employees did. He also insisted, despite how much he talks about himself in interviews, he did not design or program the gameplay, but instead created a company that gave its artists and programmers free reign over their creations. While Epic Games has made a big splash in the industry, success is not without its downsides and can occasionally bring a few lawsuits into the picture. The future of the digital economy. Tim Sweeney is officially in the biggest fight of his company's history as Epic is suing Apple and Google. Should they win, the future of the digital economy will change dramatically. In the middle of August in 2020, Epic Games made an update to Fortnite for Apple and Android phones. This update allowed people to pay for Fortnite without going through Apple and Google, but then both companies removed Fortnite from their app stores. The lawsuit alleges that both Google and Apple application stores unfairly restrict competition from alternative application stores. Sweeney criticizes them and even says that Fortnite will help him do something to stop the store from being a monopoly. The company has also gone as far as releasing an ad that was a parody of Apple's famous 1984 advertisement to further drive their point. Sweeney has likened this legal battle to the civil rights struggle, and the outcome is one that we're still expecting to see how the digital space will be affected. Sweeney's personal life. Tim Sweeney leads a simple life. He is single with no kids and lives in a state with less flashy things that are just down the road from Raleigh, near where Epic Games is located. Sweeney's first job there was his current job, and the responsibilities have changed since 1991 when he started at Epic Games while it was still new. Sweeney dresses like your typical billionaire. He wears t-shirts and cargo pants to work, which was something he wanted his employees to be comfortable in too. Tim Sweeney enjoys wandering off the off-beaten path and exploring exotic locations. In his spare time, he continues to enjoy programming and taking hikes while indulging in his favorite meal, Bojangles fried chicken, every now and then. After initially being devoted to spending his millions on sports car, he has more recently donated much of that money to conservation efforts in North Carolina. Tim Sweeney recently donated $15 million to protect 7,000 acres in western North Carolina. This showcases his previous actions in Allmans County, where he spent over $8 million buying 193 acres with the intent of preserving them in conjunction with the Colson Group, which specializes in conservation and sustainable forestry. So there you have it. Tim Sweeney is certainly one of the most influential persons in the tech space. Even though Bill Gates, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos are significantly richer than him, Sweeney remains the king when it comes to game developers. Will Fortnite's success continue? And who do you think will win the lawsuit? Share with us in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed today's content, check out this related video to see more. Until next time.